The Hope Vault is my second novel. It's a novel about family. It celebrates the everyday complexities of family. And it's also about the related notion of home. It maps the making and unmaking and remaking of what and where and who we think of as home. Most of the novel has a contemporary setting in a family holiday home in a fictional town I call Casstown. If I had to point to it on a map, I'd point somewhere in the vicinity of the southwest corner of Australia. In a sense, it doesn't really matter where the house is, because for the most part, the novel focuses on the family inside the house, contained within the house on a rainy long weekend at midwinter. And it's very much about that sense of containment, of gathering together, being enclosed and drawing in. They're all there to clear up and clean out the house now that it's been sold, and to send it off and celebrate with one big last party. They do all those things that families do. They eat and drink and sing, they tell bad jokes, they annoy each other, they ignore each other, they argue, they make up, they keep secrets, misinterpret, they love and perhaps fail to love enough. And all of this to the rhythm, the soundscape of the rain. There's another aspect to the novel that's embedded at its centre. And this part of the novel plays with time. It sort of stretches it and compresses it. It telescopes in and out until we return to the house and the rain and the family and the party in its aftermath. I originally conceived of The Hope Vault as a novel about celebration, and it does, I hope, have that feel to it. But it's also a novel that shivers and moves on the fault lines of anxiety that underlie our lives. That sense that the earth might or might not shift, literally or metaphorically, at any moment. And that sense is very real here in New Zealand, which is where I live. But we can't know where or when, or what the consequences, large or small, might be of anything, any event. And that tension, that fault line, that sense of teetering, of being between states, of being only just at balance, runs through The Hope Vault. The novel is also threaded through with different ways of telling stories, which is, I guess, an ongoing fascination of mine. Everything from cakes to geological bulletins, from postcards and letters and comics to songs and maps, poems and blankets and fairy tales, they all tell stories in this novel about making marks and making connections and mapping the landscapes of our lives.